Thank you for joining us today on HxGN TV. I'm your host, Rachel Clark. The many moving parts within construction projects makes it difficult to have one place for up-to-date information on budgets, schedules, and models. To talk about the values of combining these components into the cloud, I have Cathi Hayes, Director of Business Development for HxGN SmartBill. Cathi, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So Cathi, why don't you give us a bit of insight into some of the challenges the industry is facing today?
Sure, the construction industry tends to be a laggard when it comes to adopting technology. There are lots of very manual practices that are still in use every day. Hammers, plumb bobs, paper drawings, and people have done this for the same way for a very long time. And one of the problems is that there's a lot of new technology out there that the field is just not familiar with. And this causes some challenges because when people are using more of an analog and manual practice, this means that everybody's working in silos. So everybody has different silos of information in different places. Therefore, all the information is not in the same format, not in the same place. So there's a lack of visibility. And then also, when manual practices are in place, they're typically inefficient and error-prone. So there's just really a lack of adoption of the new technology. And some of the technology for construction was very difficult to adopt and actually made jobs more difficult and extended time frames. And so some of that technology was rejected. But today, mobile and cloud technology is evolving very quickly, so things are changing very rapidly for construction.
Okay, and so that kind of touches on my next question, which was why is it so difficult to find companies that have moved to digital construction processes? This is the digital age. Shouldn't that be the norm?
Yeah, it's a great question, and there are really two main components to that. And one is the technology that we addressed just a moment ago,
Right.
but then the other factor is culture. It's very hard to change culturally sometimes. People have performed construction in a certain way for a long time and they're comfortable. And it's very difficult to get them to slow down and retool and then get started again.
And what does SmartBill do to help companies that want to move to digital and mobile and cloud solutions, but want to make sure they're using the right tool and they're making the correct choice?
Sure, absolutely. Hexagon SmartBill is built from the ground up, and we really started out with a philosophy of making a simple tool, right? Simple to use, simple to learn, all cloud-based, so zero install. So a lot of construction companies don't have big IT departments, and so we've really come up with a really simple tool that's also completely cloud, completely mobile enabled, which brings to the table the ease of use and the connectivity that's so important to be adopted in construction today to help productivity move forward and to break down the walls between the silos.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Cathi. And finally, when it comes to combining all these components in the cloud with SmartBill, what sort of impact does something like this have on the industry as a whole?
Yeah, so the impact is tremendous. Today it's very, very difficult to have that insight into the true progress of the project. Are we on schedule or not? Are we on cost or not? Are we overspending? Are we underspending? Since the connected solutions, just haven't been adopted yet, then it's very difficult to see where you are with the project. And if you don't know where you are, you don't have the information when things start to slip off of track. And when projects start to slip off of track, that's the time when you need the visibility to pull them back on track so they don't get out of control. So with our solution, that does exactly that. It brings together the cost, the schedule, and the model with very easy to read color-coded models, with charts and dials, with very easy to read red, green, and yellow, with the ability to drill into the details to find out exactly what's going on, where the problem is, so that you can interrogate that problem and then course correct with the right information so you're making well-informed decisions much earlier in the process.
Thank you so much for your valuable insights today. To learn more about HxGN SmartBill, visit hxgnsmartbill.com. And to watch additional episodes of HxGN TV, tune into hxgntv.com. Thank you for watching.